friends, today we study the Internet Protocol Security, that is the IPsec protocols. The purpose of the IPsec is to provide the security provisioning at the network layer. So, the content we will study: key feature and the limitation of the IPv4, overview of the IPsec, IPsec protocols, IPsec mode of operations, IPsec services. So, key feature and the limitation of the IP. IP is an unreliable and the connectionless datagram protocols which use the best effort delivery to send the data. The term best effort delivery means that IP provide no error checking, and at the IP layer we do not having any acknowledgement mechanism to identify whether the receiver received the packet or no. In data communication, reliability and the security of the data is prime concern. To preserve reliability, IP must be paired with the reliable protocols such as the TCP. To preserve security in terms of authentication, integrity, privacy and the availability, we require some protocol at the IPv4. That protocol is known as the IPsec. Overview of the IPsec. Internet Protocol Security IPsec is a framework of open standard for protecting communication over the Internet Protocol network through the use of the cryptographic security service. So we say that IPsec is a framework. It means it does not specify that which encryption algorithm we have to use and which hashing algorithm we have to use to preserve the security. So it's up to you, up to the entity which is using the IPsec protocols. That's why we will use the word IPsec is a open framework. Second, IPsec supports network layer peer authentications, data origin authentication, data integrity, data confidentiality, that is the encryption, and the replay protections. In Computer Emergency Response Team CERT in 2001 listed IP spoofing and the packet sniffing are the main attack at the IP layers. In response to these issues, the IAB stands for the Internet Architecture Board, include authentication and encryptions as necessary service feature in the next generation of the IP, that is known as the IPv6. Application of the IPsec. Secure branch office connectivity over the internet. This is the first application of the IPsec. Secure remote access over the internet, that is the second application of the IPsec. Establish extranet and internet connectivity with the partners. Support for the more security to provide confidentiality and integrity of the packets. IPsec protocols. IPsec having the two protocols. The first protocol is the authentication header. It provides support for the data integrity and the authentication of the IP packets. So it prevents the address spoofing attack observer in the today internet. So this is the frame format that will use by the authentication headers. So what we want to say in the authentication header, that we here use or we convert the IP from the unreliable protocol to the connection oriented protocol, reliable protocols with the use of certain features or certain algorithms that are known as the signaling algorithms. That's why the authentication header will use some field, security parameter index, sequence number and the authenticated data. So it means that to provide the security at the IP, there is a need to convert the IP from the connectionless to the connection oriented protocols. Second protocol, we use the encapsulation security payload. It provides the confidentiality service, including the confidentiality of the message content, limited traffic flow confidentiality, and also provide an authentication service. So what we want to say that encapsulation security payload protocol, it provides the integrity also, it provides the authentication also similar to the authentication header protocols, and it also provides the confidentiality also, which does not provide by the authentication header protocols. IPsec mode of operation. There are two modes in which IPsec protocol work. The first mode is the transport mode. In IPsec header, in transport mode, in IPsec header is inserted just after the IP header. This contains the security information such as the security association identifier, encryption and the authentication. Typically used in the end-to-end communication, IP header not protected. Authentication header and the encapsulation security payload in the transport mode is shown below in the figure number 3A and the 3B. So what we want to say there in the transport mode, that we have to insert the IPsec header or the protocols. Either we use the authentication header, either we use the encapsulation security payload in between the TCP header as well as the IP headers. So here we show that in the figure 3A, authentication header is inserted between the TCP header as well as the IP headers. So here we insert the IPsec headers. Or in the encapsulation security payload in the transfer mode, here again we are inserting the encapsulation security payload header between the TCP header as well as the in between the original IP header. In the tunnel mode, what we want to in the tunnel mode, that we will insert the IP header before the IP original header. So here we are showing that, and we are also inserting a new IP headers. So the difference between the transport mode and the tunnel mode is where we are inserting the headers. In the transport mode, we are inserting the header between the IP header and in the transport layer protocol headers, and in the tunnel mode, we are inserting a new IP headers and we are inserting the IP header, either the authentication header, either the encapsulation security header between the new IP header as well as the original IP header. So we are inserting this header before the original IP headers. It means everything is hidden. Our original IP header is hidden and we are inserting a new IP headers. So this is the mean for the tunnel modes. IPsec services. IPsec is a connectionless. It will provide the connectionless integrity service, data original authentications, access control, confidentiality, replay packet rejection. These are the features, that services that are provided by the IPsec. Thank you. For this lecture, we follow the book Cryptographic and Network Security by the William Starling and Cryptographic and Network Security by the Atul Kahate.